5 stars. Good deal. Great price. Rhymes with nice. Clothes smell good, not like doo-doo and pee-pee. Well, at least you know now you won't be smelling like a neckbeard. Hey everyone, Noble Xenon here. On Amazon, there are some people who write funny, interesting, or just plain weird reviews. These are some of them. So, on a teeth whitening system, 5 stars. It works. My teeth are so white, they've started taking other people's land. Well, that's a glowing review if I've ever seen one. Can you replace the spray when you run out? If you run out of pepper spray, you need to move to a different neighborhood. I am concerned if you need to use pepper spray that often. 4 stars. I miss my daughter. I purchased this as a birthday present for my daughter. She has not got back to me on how she likes them. I love and miss her. Man, Brandon, are you okay? If his daughter's watching this video, your dad wants to see you. 4 stars. It's a trap! Not only does this beanbag completely consume you and keep you stuck in comfortable bliss all day, but there was another consequence we encountered. This beanbag traps farts. My husband sits here, farting for hours, and the farts are absorbed into the beanbag and you don't smell them again until you later sit down on the beanbag and the fumes are released. Released in the air until the entire house is filled by the smell of farts. I can smell it from here. Pros, super comfortable. Cons, super comfortable and traps farts. So if you don't mind the smell of farts, then this one might be for you. 5 stars. If you're a miserable loser, you might like this. A little. Normally I don't usually write reviews because I know no one reads them and I can't be bothered, but this diary is quite good because it has lots of room for me to list my medical conditions and imaginary enemies. Obviously, I crossed out the word imaginary. Also, I like knowing who's died on this day too. I have a question concerning this TI-83 graphing calculator. What does it smell like with 5 question marks? It smells like the tears of an English major trying to complete a math class. I've tried everything. Tutoring, practice, none of it helps. Someone please help me. Kelly gives us 5 stars. What can you say about scissors? They're scissors. You put one blade on either side of something you wish to cut, squeeze the handles together and it cuts. Super sharp too. They cut almost as precisely as my father's comments about my career path. Oof! Dad, I swear I will prove you wrong. See? At least I can afford scissors. Mike gives his own book 5 stars. I'm the author and I think I did a pretty good job. 4 people found this helpful. Well, I guess you wouldn't publish something you hate, would you? And for this next one, okay, now I'm sold. 5 stars, ordered them now. Can I just say that I will be reordering them in every color? Here is me rolling and sliding down a mountain because I was too scared to get up. My leggings did not rip, not even a little bit, and I got stuck on rocks and trees. And they lived to tell the tale in this review. You know what? You've convinced me. Adam gives this bed 1 star. Beds should look like beds. I ordered this when I was drunk because I thought it was a giant ice cream sandwich. Sober me was very disappointed when the delivery arrived. But really, you did not have to give this 1 star. 5 stars. Very efficient, extremely good cutter, cuts almost through everything including skin, tendons, and flesh. Thumbs up for this product. 123 people found this one helpful. Be careful when you use this cutter, it's a little too efficient. He also gave it a thumbs up. 5 stars. Good lube. It's lube, not much more to say. Sometimes I like covering my body in it and pretend to be a slug while sliding around in my bathroom. I can only imagine. This person must be having a blast, along with 218 people who also found this one helpful. And now 50 pounds of play sand is heavy and makes for some great revenge. Josh gives it 5 stars. It's heavy. I sometimes receive documents in larger than your average letter size that are clearly labeled "Do Not Bend." My mailman seems to be either lazy or incompetent, or both, and instead of leaving these documents on my doorstep or porch because this would require getting out of the car, he bends and folds them, then stuffs them into my mailbox anyway. This often will crease important documents or photos, so whenever this happens, I log on to Amazon and order a 50-pound bag of play sand. While it doesn't decrease my documents, it makes me feel a lot better watching him deliver it. But Reddit user Excrement Hits the Fan wants to take the revenge one step further. Even better idea. Order it, then pay for the return shipping with pickup from your door. Just make sure to select the USPS return route. Well, this confirms it. The devil is on Reddit. Ryan gave this 1 star. Split in the crotch. I was wearing these shorts around the house when a few friends stopped by. We were all sitting around watching TV when I reached at a weird angle for the remote. The crotch seam pulled apart and my scrotum came spilling out right in front of my friends. This was pretty embarrassing. Picture not attached. I understand why you would not want to post a picture with that one. Unfortunately, you won't forget this moment for a long time because now it's on the internet for all to see. Or at least read about. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? Pristine gives this 2 stars. Too much pain. Causes too much pain and agony. Don't know why it's so popular nowadays. I'm just going to use toilet paper, oh god! My butt is clenching right now. I do not want to read this ever again. And now finally, found a review in the wild. Bro, this picture is crazy. Dude is walking on the wall. It's probably photoshopped, but still, 5 stars. These saved my relationship. My girlfriend and I were on the verge of breaking up because I was constantly tracking mud into the apartment and ruining the floors. Not anymore. The traction on these boots is so strong that I'm able to walk up the walls. The floors are clean and her nagging has stopped. Now all we fight about is her crippling alcoholism and my unhealthy obsession with Anna Kendrick. Now those are some magical boots. They'll solve all your problems. Or not. And now candles are for men too. 5 stars, but why do they say for her? I'm a dude. I think a pretty classic manly one too. I carry a knife. I don't wear skinny anything. I own road flares and paper maps. And guess what? I dig a good candle in the wintry north. I don't get why candles are almost exclusively marketed to women. What do you mean Valentine's Day gift for her? This was a gift from me to me, and me is a he, and he has a hairy chest upon which many a beer have been spilt. Seriously. When it's freezing cold and the sun is hibernating, there's nothing like a good warm glow that eliminates my natural odor of fart and balls. The candles are even burning very long lasting and have a pleasant but not too foo-foo smell. I'll take it. Now wait a minute, this guy has a point. Candles for everyone! And while this one enjoys the candlelight, this next one says, 5 stars, let there be no light. I have to say, I was a little curious when my wife asked me to source a pair of blackout curtains for our son's bedroom. We live in Scotland, and rarely see enough of the sun to want to do anything with it other than bask in its glory. However, a happy wife is a happy life, so I dutifully went to my default store for the sole purpose of purchasing the cheapest pair of blackout curtains that I could get my hands on, both to appease my wife and indeed the wallet. Gotta keep that balance. The items in question arrived post-haste. I expected nothing less, for I am Prime, and were installed before I even got home from work. We have the embodiment of Amazon Prime over here. Watch out. Thinking this would be the end to the roller coaster of an adventure that I'd had purchasing the blackout curtains, I rested magnanimous in victory with a nice cup of tea. It wasn't until the next morning that things went wild. Oh! I was woken to the sound of panicked screaming coming from my son's room, and as I jumped from my bed, in what can only be described as a heroic fashion, I was astonished to find my wife and son curled up in a ball on his bedroom floor, both of them screaming, shaking, quivering in fear. I immediately inquired what their boggle was and was horrified to hear that, upon waking to find a total absence of any sort of daylight, my family had determined that the end of days had begun. I immediately broke from my family embrace and raced to the loft to retrieve my end-of-the-world survival kit. After retrieving the supplies, my family and I hunkered in a fortified position right behind my son's Lego, knowing full well that it would prove as the first line of defense for any naked and unsuspecting feet. We didn't have to wait for long before the action started, though. As we sat eagle-eyed and ready, there came a rapping, a gentle light tapping at my chamber door. I mean the front door, and I mean the doorbell was ringing. Fearing for my family's safety, I left my 5-year-old son in charge of our only rifle while I took the melee weapon option, baseball bat with nails in it, and headed downstairs to investigate. I cautiously opened the front door to find my neighbor Sandy looking at me quizzically. Apparently, she had heard the screaming from next door and came around to make sure everything was all right. I knew her game, though. She had clearly come to steal our food and water supplies. I've seen enough Walking Dead to know how this pans out without even a moment of hesitation. I began swinging the baseball bat at her madly. It connected, and Sandy fell to the ground as I continued to bludgeon her, and let me tell you, I didn't stop till the feet stopped twitching. Satisfied and covered in blood, I raised my head and screamed triumphantly at the sun. Wait a minute, the sun! That's right, my friends. The blackout curtains were so good they had fooled us all into thinking it was the apocalypse. I raced upstairs and immediately told my family, and oh my, how we laughed and then cried and then laughed and then cried some more. Except for Sandy, of course. So in conclusion, the curtains are as described. P.S. It goes without saying that Pony Dance will spam the utter shit out of you, begging for a review once you've purchased a 20-pound item. 13 people found this novel of a review helpful. Some people get real creative and real dark with their reviews, but this one is a masterpiece. Like, how do you even come up with a whole apocalypse situation for blackout curtains? 1 star, not original, fake, poor product quality, poor service by the seller, delivery time below expectation. The seller simply responds, hee hee. Dude is just laughing at the customer at that point, bruh. And now we have a review for a lint roller. 5 stars, keeps the wife clean. My wife has like 30 stupid rabbits. She always comes inside covered in fur. These keep her rabbit hair free. They work, but I'd rather we just eat all the rabbits. This next one is reviewing plastic kazoos. 5 star, a true force of chaos. I bought these as a joke because they were cheap, but I quickly realized I had no idea what to do with them. This person just didn't know the power they possessed just yet. Eventually, though, I got an amazing idea. I want these banned from my school. I handed them out to my friends spanning several grades, and soon you could randomly hear kazoo noises throughout campus. They have not yet been banned, but I plan to buy more and continue distributing them, possibly selling them for an income to continue buying more. The teachers all hate them, a lot of students hate them, and all is going to plan. Soon I will build a kazoo empire where all you can hear throughout the school, throughout the entire campus, is the sound of kazoos, and nobody will stop me. Nobody! I give this bag 3 stars. Why? Because the bag was heavy. I gave it 3 stars because when I put things in it, it became heavy. Has this person never used a bag before? Like, what kind of review is this? The buyer of things here gives this 5 star, but they also have a theory. So these stick together. No one knows how it works. It's one of those mysteries, like where do pigeons go when they're sad, or how do you make a duck speak Mandarin? We just don't know. It's just these mysteries of life, these questions that we've always wanted to answer. But at least when it comes to this, I have a theory. So these magnets stick so well, there's only one obvious solution. They use the ghosts of crabs to make them. No, hear me out. I'm not a crazy person, no matter what the courts and medical professionals say. But crabs have claws and they can hold things really well. See where I'm going? Yeah. They kill innocent crabs and harvest their souls for their magnets. It's either that or witches. Crab witches? Could it be the souls of crab witches keeping these magnets together? And now make up your mind, Suze. 5 stars. I love this windbreaker, especially the color. I don't like anything about the windbreaker. So do you like it or do you not? And now for this next one, kinda wish they said absolutely not. It threw out all of my husband's clothes. Are luggage sets these for men? Not sure why they wouldn't be for men. I'm pretty sure the luggage didn't know whether I, a woman, was wheeling it or if my husband, a man, was. We both put our clothing in it, and the suitcase didn't toss them out, so I think we're good on it being for men or women. Sometimes people ask the most unnecessary questions or questions that can be answered with common sense. This next one is a review of a Samsung Smart Tag for Android. 4 stars. Nope, doesn't work with iPhone. Returned. That's on you for not reading the full details. This is why you have to be very careful before you buy something. And now, I don't think that's what they meant. Is this product cruelty-free? It hasn't hurt me yet. Smells good though. No, I don't think that's what they meant. Now Lowe's has some great reviews. Mike gives this 5 stars. I use it to test my steel toe boots. Would recommend. This is a really nice concrete block. It lives up to expectations. For example, if you drop it on your foot from, say, waist high, and you're not wearing any shoes, it really hurts. As you would expect. I understand there are other uses for this block, but I haven't found any. Please come back soon and check out my review of a bag of sand and a nail. Exciting stuff, this. And this dude actually reviewed sand. It's sand. 5 stars. Well, it's sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Thanks, Mike, for your insightful reviews. Let's move on to this review of a lockbox. 5 stars, simple lockbox. I know this is a documents lockbox, but I'm currently using it as a safe for my snacks because my sorry excuse of a brother keeps eating my Pop-Tarts. As you can see, one of the pictures here, that's my last remaining Pop-Tart from the 3 boxes I've bought for myself, and some ass ate nearly all of it. The box has a good weight, 2 keys for you to use it on, and locks up pretty nice and easy. Does what it does, and I can't complain because now I have a good size lockbox to stash my snacks, and no a-hole will get to them. So this would be great for those who just want to keep things of interest out of reach from sticky hands. When keep your hands off the Pop-Tarts just doesn't work, you've got to find a different solution, and this person found it. And for this last one, 5 stars, sweet, beautiful silence. I've had a cricket somewhere in my kitchen for weeks. I've searched high and low for it. For a while, I thought it was my fridge making sounds. Was it? I'm not sure. I was losing my sanity. Sometimes it happened during the day or at night. Sometimes it would stop when I would come in and then start when I left. Once I heard the chirping and it metastasized in the back of mind. It's all I could hear. I couldn't sleep. It was just the chirping of the cricket. Always. Endlessly. It never stopped. The first night with this trap out, there were no results and I thought I was doomed. I thought there were no solutions. This is my life now. Nothing could rid me of this troublesome cricket. The only thing left was to burn this house to ashes. Then, on the second night, I'm sitting at home and what do I hear? Nothing. Nothing at all. Beautiful, blissful silence. I dug out the trap and what do I find? The one singular cricket. Mission accomplished. He looked at me as if to say, "Father, is it over?" And I softly replied, "No king lives forever, my son," and chucked his ass in the trash. Is melodramatic to say a $5 insect trap changed my life? I'm not sure, but it did. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Now this is what I like to call a beautiful review, well written. 5 stars, 10 out of 10. So, I'd like to thank all of my channel members, especially Amethyst Phoenix, Dark Garden, Jade Demby, Catalin Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, Vicmeister1999, Zoe Horsham, and Miranda. You can join in the link below, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and comment what's on your mind.